This is the church. Almost getting to 1 hour, they are trying to have access to this church.
Hello, welcome to this channel. There is this video I came across and I would like us to watch it together. But before we do that, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that. Click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to keep being part of this. Then as you watch, do not forget to react and also drop your comments in the comment section.
The commander of the Nigerian army in Plateau State was accused to his face that he was backing the Fulani terrorists while they were invading the church, burning their houses and killing the people. The eyewitness was telling him to his face that we were hiding and we saw you people at the back of these terrorists, directing them on what to do. And the question is, why is it that people are not interested in talking about all this insecurity issue in Nigeria, including politicians, including the supporters of the politicians as well, including the people that you think that they are fighting for you? Why is it that nobody is talking about these main issues?
The security agencies that are stationed up here, they are here. This is the road. This is the church. Almost getting to 1 hour, they are trying to have access to this church, and security agents are here. We are all hidden here. We just hide, but we saw them. They just give them back up. That's just the truth. I'm an eyewitness of what happened. So they started the active operation around 3:30 a.m. That is on Tuesday. Honestly, they are falling houses. Some are going there with their machetes, some with gun, shooting people, some with carpets spraying on the houses. When they shoot, then the fire just burn the house. And honestly, they are just watching at them. Nothing had happened and they're seeing them. Around 5 p.m., some of the security came for reinforcement and we saw them. This reinforcement, they just reinforced how to help and kill more of our people.
Sector Commander, have you made any arrests? No. But your security people saw the people. You engaged them. You didn't. None of them was wounded. None of them was arrested. Does that speak well of the operation?
Oh, well.
But let me promise you, Riom will not come down. By the grace of God, we will use every means at our disposal to make sure that this genocide comes to an end.
Amen.
I don't know who will tell me that what happened yesterday is farmers' herders clash. This is an act of terrorism. This is pure genocide. And I can assure you that we'll escalate this matter.
Sir, to your notice, I'm not against the commander, but the commander is not consistent in his own statement. Yesterday he said a different thing, and today he's giving you a different report. What the youth leader said is what he said yesterday, that the Fulani that we are coming here overpower their men and they block their men so they don't have entrance to this community, and that led to this massacre. So I want to tell you again that I said it yesterday to the GOC, and I'm repeating it today in the hearing of the commander, that his men are busy supporting Fulani even in grazing. And farmland destruction is continuing without any hindrance.
To the best of my knowledge, this place, starting from Shonong to Lua to Fang to Pachi to Massive, has had and has been under attack since 1996. But this particular one beats my imagination. It truly beats my imagination what I'm hearing. It appears, sir, that I do know we have good soldiers and we have good military people, but there are certainly some bad eggs, and the bad ones are really bad. I think they need to fish those out and get them out. Sometime in the past we have asked if the soldiers will not protect us, leave us alone and see if we can find them. Otherwise it does not make sense. You are said to come and defend these people, and the people are being killed right on their roofs.
Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that the Nigerian state, because Nigeria is not a nation, the Nigerian state knows about everything that is going on. The Nigerian states are part of the sponsors, the main sponsors, and I hate it when people are telling me that Americans, French, all these people are the ones supporting the terrorists. The French soldiers are not your soldiers. The American soldiers are not your soldiers. Do you think that if Nigeria is not one, that if I am a security personnel from my village, America will tell me not to protect my village? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. So stop fooling yourself thinking that the foreigners are the only ones sponsoring the insecurity in your country. Your people are the one sponsoring the insecurity. But you keep on defending these folks. Even as 2027 election is approaching, you can see a bunch of passionate for nothing youths still backing these politicians, and the real people are dying, their families are dying, their people are dying. They have never sit and asked a question: what is the permanent solution to all this killing? And I repeat, you think that if someone enters Aso Rock there, the person will be able to stop this? You are joking. Or you think Tinubu is the one that is telling this military to pack to terrorists? You are joking. The damage has been done, and Nigeria is irredeemable. I came across this video from this Reverend Father. He was asked a question about Nigeria, but the Reverend Father just made a point that I have been trying to express all my life, but people fail to understand me. That Nigeria is not a nation as people think. Take a listen.
To become mainstream. So Father, I'm going to ask you again, I'm going to ask you for the very first time, how do we bring back to the mainstream those who have now been pushed to the fringes, talking about and believing and espousing the belief that Nigeria truly should be one?
We need to begin by resolving a conceptual crisis. What do I mean by a conceptual crisis? Quite often when we speak about Nigeria, we collapse the distinction between country, state, and nation. We tend to think that the three mean the same. We tend to think the three are synonyms. A country is a territory. From the Latin contra terra, the land that lies ahead of you. A country is a territory. It is not necessarily a nation. A nation is an association of peoples, and I use that word in the plural deliberately because of diversity. A nation is an association of peoples who identify their shared core values. And on the basis of their shared core values, they give themselves a constitution which will now establish institutions that make up the state. What we have in Nigeria and in most African countries is a confusion where we think the nation is the state. The nation is reduced to the state. We have a country quite all right by the fact that we live within a territory, even if that territory is not secure, as we all know. But we don't have a nation. We have institutions that make up the state. We collapse the nation into the state. If you look at our constitution, section 2 of the current constitution, and you don't find this in the 1963 constitution, It ascribes sovereignty not to the people but to the state. That is dangerous. That means the state has the last say on any question. That means the state is more powerful than the citizen. That is a recipe for impunity. Because as we all know, the state is the head of state, or the governor, or whoever represents them. Whatever they say, we all have to comply, whether they're right or wrong. So we don't have a democracy in the true sense of the word.
Oh my God.
And until we have that, until we build a nation, we can't even talk of unfinished greatness. And I have to make a critique of the title of Governor Fayeme's book. It presupposes that there is a project that is unfinished. I am saying we have not even started the project.
Oh my God.
And we need to stop deluding ourselves. What are our shared core values? What are the things that bring us together apart from the super egos? You know, when I had this experience, 2013, I was visiting a place called Do in Plateau State. The Plateau State governor is here. I got to Do the Friday before the Nations Cup final between Nigeria and Burkina Faso. And there was tension everywhere. But on Sunday night, when Nigeria won the game, the final match, the tension dissipated. And most people forget the fact that a young man from southeastern Nigeria received the ball from a young man from Pangshin, who had to leave Nigeria because his parents were killed. Victor Moses passed the ball to Sondemba. Sondemba scored the goal. And we didn't even ask about the local government of origin of the scorer of the goal. So what are our shared core values? If you ask the Americans, they talk of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We don't have one. And it is when we begin to identify our shared core values that we begin to build a nation. What we have right now is a state held together at gunpoint. And when the state begins to oppress the citizen, there will be cries of marginalization, there will be secessionist and separatist agitation, there will be insecurity. Now we have set up Nigeria to be a place where the state is more powerful than the citizen, and the state is oppressive. We need to retrace our steps. Quite often, Nigerians ask, which is the way forward? And I say, if you are moving in the wrong direction, you shouldn't be going forward. You should make a U-turn.
Thank you for watching this video. Please leave your contribution in the comment section and also do well to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.